turn.
And obviously it's the snoring that's caused this. No, of course it hasn't. What's happened is that this patient is constrained to using earplugs every night. And they're not the sort of nice custom-made earplugs that you would see a musician wearing or a professional swimmer, that kind of thing. These are the generic kind of foam squishy ones that you basically have to shove in your ear canal quite deeply. And rather than the skin of the ear canal, migrating away from the eardrum down the ear canal and then shedding in the first third, sort of the outer third of the ear canal, and creating earwax, which is what earwax is. It's just dead skin shed from the ear canal mixed with glandular secretions, okay? That skin has not had a chance to do that. It's been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back every time, every night, over the course of probably a long period of time, maybe up to a year. So it's been pushed back in this kind of weird accordion style nature. And what we're seeing now is, obviously it's reached critical mass. Maybe she's been in the shower, and a little bit of water has got in. And of course, a big plug of dead skin is going to absorb that water and expand a little bit, and then bang, the hearing goes. And then she starts to panic. So as you can see, I'm removing it here with manual tools. Now the first little kind of black kind of sickle tool that you saw, that's called a Ryzen inserter, which I've maybe shown once before. It's not the tool that I really reach for that often, but I thought sometimes I watch the Audiology Associates videos, and Taylor Green loves a cheeky Ryzen inserter. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll try another Ryzen inserter. But I bailed, as you can see, and I'm now using a hook. So this is, the mass looks a lot, but remember, I'm sort of uncoiling the accordion, okay, and I'm just dragging it out. When I first saw it, I thought, well, maybe that'll come out with suction. But then I remembered very quickly that from previous cases, when I've removed it with suction, the suction has just taken off little bits here and there, and it's taken ages. So I thought, I'll just drag it out with a hook, and hopefully it'll all come out as one. So there you can go. And you can see, there's very clear sort of, creases in the skin where it's folded back on itself over and over and over again like an onion. Eardrum looking lovely. It's a little bit vascular around the annulus, but it's not a problem. So uncoiled, it's a good 4 centimeters thereabouts. And then there you have the Ryzen inserter and the hook. The Ryzen inserter is made out of plastic, something like that. And the hook's made out of surgical steel. So there we go. Very, very tiny instruments there. So there we go. I hope you found this video helpful. As to what this patient's going to do, I've basically said the best thing to do would be for her husband to see an ENT doctor to see if there's any kind of medical surgical approach to resolving the snoring. That would be great. If not, then I've told her that she can always come back to see me for some custom-made earplugs, which are very easy to make. You just put a little piece of foam in the ear canal, squirt some putty in, job's a good one. So I hope you found that entertaining. If you have any questions,
aliens. They exist.
And what's more, they're here and they've been walking among us for millions of years. Just look up at
It's
the
like he
night
never
sky.
left.
Each one of those lights is probably an alien. Shoot at them, and the police show up. Coincidence? Break into the CIA. Just looking
Thanks,
for
resub
clues.
Ribby.
They put you on a no-fly list. Coincidence?
Resub Waffle.
There are no coincidences, only truth bombs, and the government
Damn, this is
is
high
pulling
octane.
the fuse, locked up tight in Area 51.
I love Area 51.
And so our story
God, I love Area
begins
51
with
shit
one
so
man,
much.
Joseph Experience. On June 21st of the solar year 2019, Joe spoke to a whistleblower. Bob Lazard. Now, Bob claims to have
Thanks to
worked
Prime
at
CT, the
the
resub
Area
Bomb and
51.
Josh.
And so, Joe summoned him to his sensory deprivation satellite, where he could ask him probing questions about that government facility.
Machine that was able to read the size of your dicks.
Yeah. Huge.
View for yourself this incredible testimony.
Classic
before
Rogan.
The UN takes it down.
You used to work at Area 51. When did things get weird?
Well, the way this went down was I only got hands-on with one of them, and I was fucking an alien. It produced a little discharge from the bottom. It was exciting. You know, we turned the lights on, and all these guys are there. So
What in the fuck is this?
we have, you know, actual hardware from another civilization. It's a big...
Man, Area 51 sounds lit.
Live in a house? That's bullshit. I like just swinging around on trees.
Absolutely.
We are the sex organs of the machine world. But for people who don't know, let's give them the...
Was that one even
How
edited?
tall
What
are
was
you?
that?
I'm 5'10".
You don't seem to have any muscle.
You know,
Almost like a frame. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
well, the disc, the flying saucer that I worked on. I saw it sitting there, and I thought, oh my God.
Hey, Bob, it's probably a good idea if you shut up. I worked underground with the aliens. They shot my hand off.
That's a-
They're underground. There's bases. They're shooting lasers through the Earth's crust, and they move them at light speed.
You big fucking
What? I'm not even doing anything.
drop dead.
Hey, why don't you come on out to the Nevada desert?
Deal.
Get the fuck out. All right. That's it, folks.
I got to
Good
watch
night.
the whole Rogan episode. Let's go.
These revelations were sent out all over the globe using beams.
Absolutely
And
free.
it started
Joe
an
Rogan edits are
incredible
always
way,
going to be amazing.
inseminating the people's brains with knowledge,
Who killed JFK?
flooring them with the revelation of it all.
An orangutan.
And
Wait, is
you
it?
see,
Wouldn't it be when they did the raid on Area 51? That shit popped off for weeks. Which one of these is the Area 51 raid? Are you telling me Rogan had more influence over Area 51 searches than the actual fucking million signatures for the raid? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
a 21-year-old named Matthew Ross.
Oh, hey, that's the Area 51 raid.
He had heard about aliens in Area 51 before, and he believed.
I really thought the raid was before the Rogan episode.
But what could he do? How could he possibly get into Area 51 to check him out? If there were so many of us, thousands, so much fodder that they eventually ran out of bullets, then someone surely is gonna get through and touch the government in its special area. My
Yes.
God. Within minutes, he was
It's a good
drafting
plan.
Facebook post. They can't stop all of us.
Willing to die for the government. Let's do this.
On September 20th, 2019, we'll all meet up at the
Oh my
Area
God, has it really
51
almost been
Alien
3
Central
years?
tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens. This event then goes into the ether. And from here, it was up to the Facebook algorithm gods to decide what would happen next.
There's a lot here to be excited about. I think this could be very positive for our society and economy.
And they
Is the Prime
began
angry?
pressing
the resub God
the
feed.
attending button.
Give sub Eisen. That was a big moment for our country. I really wish people had
Within just
actually
a
gone
couple of
for it,
days,
just to
the
see what
event
happened.
had picked up hundreds of thousands of attendees. And so the event spread, and spread around the internet, eventually morphing into
Everyone who is something is gonna raid Area 51.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
Nigel, a runner.
Null Hunter, runner.
Stevens, agent.
Simon, a runner.
Freeman, 713. I am a sentinel.
Everyone's
That's from the
doing
Matrix
their part.
premiere, right?
Are you?
Matrix Reloaded, I
We
think.
have the ships. We have the weapons.
Time to put his gun down!
We need soldiers. We need you all.
It is, yeah, I thought so.
And just
I remember
like
that clip.
the game was on. Airtime is the new campaign. You're gonna love it. To be or not to be.
Plans disappear. Dreams take over.
I live. I laugh. I nod.
God, he makes
Nod on
Nord
every
masterpieces.
device like a blank canvas.
He should honestly
I
do
can
their
be
real
here
commercials too.
and anywhere.
Jan, a man of fortune.
Will you break these chains?
Wise words.
Wherever I go, there you are.
NordVPN.com/internet historian.
Naano ko yung microphone?
No thanks. Look, I just.
Yeah. There's just an idea. I know what you want. You want the female audience, and I know women. Tomorrow to you, my ladies.
Is you some
Have
fluffy?
you heard about NordVPN? You should get access to the international Netflix catalog. Never miss another episode of The Handsome Man Show. Oh, don't you hate it when your dishwasher gets region locked? No more. Oh, I feel so safe in NordVPN's big, strong arm.
Well, he doesn't do anything that pushes the boundary of an ad. He just does it really well.
It protects me from
Of course
malicious
Nord will be
sites
fine
and
with it.
downloads and trackers and intrusive ads. So think pink. Think NordVPN.com/internet historian. Woo! Because the V in VPN stands for vagina.
I think we've heard enough.
Fine. Alright, I'll do the ads you like. Get Nord. Oh, you could use some threat protection. Take your online safety more seriously. Ah, have you heard about their amazing prices? NordVPN.com/internet historian.
God damn.
Tell them who sent ya. Ad over. Welcome to the mission brief. Let's do a bit of background on Area 51. Secret military base, first developed in 1955. This is what it looks like on
It was
Google
developed after the
Maps.
Roswell
It's
thing, right?
approximately this big. Total area size, 51. And the volume, a big mystery. Until 1997, the government refused to even acknowledge that it existed.
Yes.
Until they were forced to by lawsuit. That lawsuit was about the death of two men who were former employees.
Oh
And
my
how
god,
did
he's
they
sounding like
die?
my dad right now.
Well, not aliens, but rather toxic fumes from burning garbage. Yeah, so what they would do is burn a whole bunch of cool, high-tech refuse on the lot, let the deadly smoke blow downwind, and the staff was stuck breathing it in. A few years
Making
later,
them stronger.
Bing bong, cancer. Other than that, the public hasn't really been told anything.
My dad, for as long as I can remember, would tell me everything he thought he knew about Area 51. And it's a lot. And I wonder how much he's gonna touch on here. And I wonder how much of it's like actually based in fact. Because I never bothered to like, fact check my dad back when I was a kid. Like Google was in its infancy. I'd just be like, yeah, pop, you're probably right. Hey, JFK's buried there. They got the aliens over there. It's probably where he's at. But if I remember correctly, Area 51 was started after the Roswell thing, where they claim it was a spaceship that crashed, but then they had disguised it or covered it up with like a weather balloon thing, and then it was housed at Area 51 to study or something. Is that real or is that not true? Oh, this was way before Ancient Aliens. My dad has been a big alien buff since he was a teenager. But it is so much he'll tell me about the aliens, and it's fucking adorable, especially Puma Punku. That doesn't have anything to do with Area 51. That's just more like alien shit, but like he's real into it. So if he gets kind of in-depth on Area 51, I wonder how much will either discredit everything my father told me growing up or confirm it. Maybe my dad really has the scoop.
So all people can do is speculate as to what the hell is going on in there.
doing there?
I think that they are keeping remnants of a UFO there.
We don't know if it's
Yep.
aliens. We don't know if it's time travel. We don't know if there's minions in there.
Virtual reality.
Could be all of the above.
So incredibly sexy.
But what has been leaked is that they do Test flights on new alien craft.
Motherfucker, don't you tease me.
Produce new alien tech. Breed the latest version of the newest, gayest frog. Do not get it confused with Roswell. That's over here. Area 51's over here. And the final thing that we know is that security is top notch. They have that thing locked down. And the first thing to find out, has anyone ever tried breaking in before?
Yes, actually, I do know that.
Several times.
Yep.
In fact, in January
They take it very
2019,
seriously.
an unnamed man broke through security barriers and drove 8 miles into the base. He got out of his car with a metal cylinder in his hands, and the military opened fire. He was shot dead at the scene.
Yep.
And there was this time
I knew that.
when a film crew from the BBC was arrested for trying to get in.
This is BBC News.
This time when a vacationing family of 4 went off track. You get the idea. They're not messing around.
Put your fucking hands up. I'm not going to tell you again.
But there's one story to top them all. And Will disguise his identity, but he is my personal hero. The month is November. The location, Las
These are some
Vegas.
stiff.
And the protagonist, a professional limo driver. Now, he's more than a little unhinged. He decides to start harassing and sending death threats to a lawyer, whom we think was going to represent his defense for this incident. If you've ever seen this
Damn!
TikTok, that's our boy doing donuts and driving backwards down the
What
Las
the
Vegas
fuck?
Strip. Anyway, fast forward 3 weeks. It's like 6 in the morning and this guy is already doing
That's
donuts
some initial
at
D
a car
shit.
park near the airport. Then he decides to drive from the car park into the airport itself. Offense? No problem. He drives right through it and onto the runway. He's just driving around, whizzing between planes, almost crashing
Why?
several times
Wh-
before
why a
eventually
limo?
parking on a ramp. At this point, he jumps out, puts on a clown mask, and storms right up to a private jet. He announces, aggressively, to the flight staff that there is a bomb in his limo. Quote, "I have a fucking bomb. I'm going to blow this place up." His plan? To commandeer this private jet and take it to Area 51.
This guy's a fucking genius!
However, as sound as this plan was, the quick response by police meant that it wasn't really working out. So, he bails back to his limo, tries to make an escape, until eventually police catch up with him. At that point, he is quickly arrested. They take him in for questioning, and he starts telling them, "That's right, I did it to see the aliens." He also told
he
them
almost
to
did it,
refer
too.
to him as the Chosen One. And by the way, I have high security clearance. Also, I'm involved with the mob, and someone owes me millions of dollars. Later on, the
You
bomb
have to let
accuser
him go.
checks out the limo and determines that it's just a fire extinguisher with a bunch of wires and duct tape and some fairy lights. Now, at some point, he gets out,
What?
presumably on bail.
I'd love to see a
and
picture of that.
CNN reporters walk up to him and start asking him questions. No statements from me, he says, but you should talk to my lawyer. And then he proceeds to hand them the business card of the lawyer that he's been sending death threats to for the last 3 weeks. Amazing. After all that, the judge ordered that he be sent to a mental hospital for assessment.
And they
So
deemed
they say.
he was perfectly
Ooh,
sane.
how convenient.
Okay, so people have really died trying to do this.
Thanks for some tweak
That means
and
we're going to
bloodshot.
have to be a
And
little
explicit
more covert.
Nosorochi.
So over at Area 51 HQ, the military can see that Facebook numbers have reached 1 million.
I want to, hold on real quick. I want to see, is there a picture of that bomb that he made? It said it was a device similar to an oxygen tank and appeared to be a fire extinguisher with wiring wrapped around it and a wooden platform which looked similar to a possible explosive device. Also, they really speed ran the repair on that fence. It said it only took them a couple hours to repair that huge fence.
And it doesn't take a genius to calculate that even if just 1% of them show up, that's... Wait a minute. Run those numbers. This many people. In a crowd that big, there's bound to be at least a few who'll do something stupid. In fact, the military took it so serial that they even went over the nuances of Naruto running. This is a real slide, by the way, and it required a real demonstration.
Let me look at that
This
slide.
is a real...
The act of running like Japanese anime character Naruto Uzumaki, in which a person runs very fast with their torso forward and arms back. You know, it's something almost like endearing about this, that they take something like Naruto running this seriously. It's like, okay, I mean, if they're gonna take something like this seriously, surely they wouldn't let something like actually serious slip through the cracks, right? The prevailing explanation is that this was something close to an assignment / homework exercise for the officers. They didn't really care. Oh, shit.
By the way. And it required a real demonstration, of course. Now, some undercover operative then took a photo of that brief, and they uploaded it to Trident.
They intend to use our tactics against us.
So Matthew goes back to his mind palace.
Think.
Thanks to the resub anal.
Let's not keep
zombie.
saying it's a raid. Instead, let's do a music festival. This would give Matthew an alibi and throw authorities off the scent.
I'm willing to music festival. For the government, let's do this.
Alright, Reddit, here it is. Alien Stock 2019. The official
Didn't only like
EDM
16
party,
people show up?
Hosted by Matthew Roberts. Set to take place in Rachel, Nevada. A town that just so happens to neighbor Area 51. It has 50 total residents and practically no infrastructure. Perfect. Yeah, nice try, fellas, said the military. And the captains and the generals all started planning their own EDM party.
Oh!
3 groups in particular. Introducing Group E,
Thanks to
the
the gift
local
sub, Brooke.
state police. Police have their work cut out for them because, owing to this party, they think there could be upwards of 50,000 people descending upon the little town of Rachel.
Lincoln County commissioners trying to tackle the tough task of preparing for
my
a potential
God.
inundation of people.
Bro,
Trying
look
to
at
tackle the
Sheriff Hulk Hogan over here. Man, that looks like the sheriff of a 50 resident town. Good God. Man's out here ready to catch Bugs Bunny.
That many people are going to stress the community to the point that
it'll die.
We can't cope with it.
This is some of the most exciting stuff that I've ever gotten to work on. And
Hold on, Mark. Group D.
Thanks
the
to
feds.
Bits Barry
I'm
and
gonna
Mario.
take my gun and shoot somebody.
So the FBI agents that showed up at 10 a.m. They contacted my mom, and she was like, so she texted me, she's like, FBI's here, answer your phone. So, because I was kind of scared at this point, but...
This report from the Nevada Department of Public Safety was released last year, and it features some very interesting details. For example, they caught a group of YouTubers trying to plant a tracker on the bus that goes to and from the base.
Oh!
We're gonna pull an epic prank.
Highly illegal. And you may not be base.
Did I read that whole thing? Holy shit. God damn. They really went all in.
Trying to plant a tracker on the bus that goes to and from the base. Turns out, they have automated weapons. Not
I did know that,
automatic
actually.
Weapons. Automated, whatever that is. No, instead, they think there's potential that real terrorists will, you know, do the thing, or a thing. So, counterterrorism was given a budget to sweep for chemical, biological, radiological, and explosive material. Although,
Jesus Christ.
And there's just one last group getting involved as well. The corporate press. Disinformation agents in the mainstream media were getting involved. They immediately started warning people not to raid.
Use of lethal force authorized.
Spouting contempt for the stormers.
What started as a joke?
God, there's a multiverse out there where people really did storm it. And they all died.
Astroturfing campaigns by late night haha men number 1 through 7.
It's much more likely they'll see them tasers.
Laugh it all up. It's just a big joke.
People who say they're interested.
We'll make you take us seriously. Let the training begin.
That's probably what it was.
And speaking of that, I think it's time for my workout.
And so the Raiders began training.
We train for Area 51, so let's go. Sandwich.
They began pushing their body. Go on, make it happen. Pushing their will.
They're gonna be bulletproof.
Pushing their spirits. Pushing their minds.
What the fuck is that? What's the source video on that? I want to see that workout.
Patience to the limit.
Who wants to come with me to kick some alien butt? In September, join me. We out.
And that's what fitness will be like in the metaverse.
This is fucking amazing.
As we
Holy
zero
shit.
in on the day of the raid.
This
the
may be
count is
internet
up to 2
historian's
million
best work
attendees,
yet.
And that puts us on par with the world's largest
Hey,
standing
appreciate the
army.
generosity, Zombie Hunter.
So
Thanks
to
for the 5
coordinate
gifts,
all of
man.
these troops, we'll need a battle strategy.
Lay it on us.
From r/memes, intel was being filtered down to the troops. Groups such as the Minecraft YouTubers, the Normans, the Weebs, Facebook moms, the Tiles, the Chads, the Crackheads,
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Florida Man, the Australians, the gay Reddit mods,
Okay, this thread is locked.
and the North Korean defectors. They all had their role to play. So, Godzilla comes in from the east while the Australians make a distraction that allows the Minion cosplayers to breach from the south. Of course, these very serious strategies would have to be disguised as memes, so that they could be spread across YouTube, Reddit,
Genius.
and TikTok, without the threat of being... Although, not everyone was as tech-savvy. Authorities managed to nab one of the main cartographers, and they pressured him into
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. I thought it
television.
was completely illegal to take any kind of photography of, like, anything relating to Area 51. Like, isn't on Google Earth, if you go over Area 51, it just blanked out? Right? Because I remember there was a story about a guy who tried to fly a drone over Area 51, and they just shot that shit down, like, ASAP. No, so that one's not true with the Google Earth thing? Hold on, let me see. I'm actually just going to look it up myself. I don't know why I asked chat when I could just easily Google it. Let's just see if it's on Google Earth, and I can immediately just see if that's true or not. No, it's not Google Earth. Or maybe this is illegal, what I'm looking at. The Area 51 agents are right now just teleporting over to my, like, fucking driveway. So it might just be illegal to, like, fly a drone over it or something. Because I guess I could be wrong, but I distinctly remember a story about a guy who flew his expensive drone over Area 51, got it shot down, and he was whining about it. This could be the last drone footage of Area 51 you'll see. What the fuck is this? Dutchman arrested for trespassing near Area 51 with drone camera equipment. Looking for aliens. It's a restricted airspace. Okay, so then that is true, right? Yeah, oh, here it is. Here's the one. Drone flying over Area 51 got shot down immediately. This was in early 2019. And I guess that thing about it just being blanked out on Google Earth is just an outright lie. Just a tall tale. Anything near a military base is restricted airspace? Really? Like every single one of them? I guess Area 51's the only one that people try and fly drones over, though, to be fair. So I guess I wouldn't really hear about that in other military bases. Because most people aren't just trying to fly a drone over it.
It was completely rooted in satire.
It was
just completely rooted in satire.
And no one should raid. This is just completely a joke.
And completely just a joke.
Mission counting sheeple complete. You can take them out. Okay, so remember how we're not raiding anymore and it's just a music festival? Wink, 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 wink. Well, bad news.
Okay, so it sounds like you maybe are looking at changing venues. Possibly.
Possibly.
It's all up to
Damn, he
you.
became a celebrity for a minute.
There's a lot of challenges, so.
But it's 2 weeks away, so he's kind of got to like figure it out, I guess, somewhat soon, right?
Yeah, it's all kind of falling apart. See, Matthew had organized alien stock with a few other people, but his main business partner was Connie West.
Hey, Connie.
It planned me.
But Matthew is the headliner. His name is attached to everything. And he's starting to get worried about a fire festival type situation in the desert.
Be a Firefest 2.0.
He wanted to make sure there's plenty of water, food, security, insurance, etc., etc. And here, deals and communications start to break down. Eventually, there's a lawsuit, and it's kind of boring.
Things that they were supposed to pay for, I'm stuck paying for.
Who cares?
We're going to skip it. But the TLDR is that they had a disagreement, and Connie said,
I don't have to prove to you what I spent. You didn't sign a fucking contract with me to begin with. So guess what? I don't need to prove to you a motherfucking thing.
and Matthew said,
Wow, good business partner.
Matthew then took $70,000 worth of sponsorship money and declared alien stock in Rachel.
Did I say from
$70,000
Pornhub?
worth of
Captain unjustly retained the $70,000 wired by Pornhub for their personal benefit, the lawsuit said. $70,000 wired by Pornhub. Jesus Christ.
But then, at the same time, Bud Light walks in.
It's the Bud Night. We're saved.
They say, hey, why not do it here? In the Vegas. It has plenty of lighting, indoor plumbing, it has everything. Matthew said yes. And then, using the website for alien stock, he told everyone to not go to Rachel and instead to go to Vegas. Welcome.
Why were people
to
still
Alien
following
Stock
this?
Las Vegas.
If you're not raiding
Sponsored
Area
by
51, why
Online.
even bother?
And also Pornhub, but it's a long story. Connie was left to pick up the pieces. However, she would not be discouraged so easily. She decided to press on.
It's going to be a great party. No matter what, it's going to be a great party.
She had to take full control of the event in Rachel, dipping into her savings and even mortgaging her home.
I'm working out of my own pocket.
I think this is a
Why?
liability. I'm out.
So is it clear what's going on?
Why?
It's worth doing a very fast recap because there's an event in Rachel that's been declared cancelled but also not cancelled. Also, I forgot to mention there's an event in Hiko that isn't cancelled but it will be on the second day. There's also that third festival in Las Vegas which has the former promoter of the first one and they both share the same damn name. And none of this has anything to do with the actual raid on Area 51, which is here, which has several gated entrances, by the way, and none of them have been
And
declared the
miles.
official gathering point.
Miles from the
Confused?
entrance to the
Yeah, pretty
base.
much everyone was. It's a goddamn mess.
I'm going to bed. I'm tired now. I'm going to bed. No Giga chat comes out. That's sad. Anyway.